My name is Ashley Trong.
Hi, my name is Miyara Busamra.
Hi, my name is Sammy Nyorin.
And our project is the effect of white vinegar on the reduction of casein plastic.
Our research question is, what are the effects of different amounts of white vinegar on the quantity of casein plastic produced?
Our hypothesis is if the casein plastic is made with 1 teaspoon of vinegar, then less casein plastic will be produced.
By conducting this experiment, our results can be used to combat larger issues such as plastic pollution in the oceans and land. Unlike the synthetic plastic, once casein plastic is dumped into the environment, it starts to degrade completely. The milk-based plastic will not crack easily due to the silica skeleton and will hopefully make it less toxic to the environment by substitution of glyceraldehyde or formaldehyde during the process.
We conducted our experiment in the kitchens of the gourmet room provided by the school. Prior to conducting our experiment, we gathered our materials and prepped our environment. For each trial, we measured out 1/2 cup of warm milk and added a designated amount of white vinegar per trial. Each trial was done 3 times.
Our experiment resulted in 2 teaspoons of white vinegar to produce the most amount of casein plastic, whereas the 0 teaspoons of white vinegar had produced none. The 1 teaspoon of white vinegar had produced a minimal amount of plastic, weighing close to none, making it produce the least amount. As we reach 2 teaspoons of white vinegar, it can be seen with 3 teaspoons and 4 teaspoons that the amount of casein plastic produced had decreased in comparison to 2 teaspoons. However, the 1 teaspoon of white vinegar had produced a small amount of casein plastic, but it was not accurately weighted due to not using a scale that measured to the nearest tenth of a gram.
If we were to do this experiment again, it would be suggested to add more precise measurements, like, for example, 0.5 teaspoons, 1.5 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons, or 2.5 teaspoons. To use a more precise scale that would be able to measure to the nearest tenth of a gram, allow the casein plastic to dry on a surface that it cannot stick on, and to have the milk reach the same temperature rather than having it reach a degree within a range.
Our experiment resulted in the 2 teaspoons of white vinegar to produce the most amount of casein plastic, whereas the 0 teaspoons of white vinegar had produced none. The 1 teaspoon of white vinegar had produced a minimal amount of plastic, weighing close to none, making it produce the least amount. As we reached 2 teaspoons of white vinegar, it could be seen with 3 teaspoons and 4 teaspoons that the amount of casein plastics produced had decreased in comparison to the 2 teaspoons. However, the first teaspoon of white vinegar had produced a small amount of casein plastic, but it was not accurately weighed due to not using a scale that measured to the nearest tenth of a gram. The error of placing the casein plastic on a paper towel was also made, resulting in the paper sticking to the bottom of the plastic, possibly compromising the results. The degree of the milk could also be a factor in the amount of casein plastic produced due to the range of the temperature of the milk.